Good morning, one and all. This is the January 21st, 2026, hard to imagine, meeting of the City of Cocoa Beach Special Magistrate. And my name is Lonnie Groot, and I'm going to give a couple of brief remarks before we start. First of all, I apologize for not wearing a tie today, but I either hurt myself weightlifting or ate something, but I couldn't get my buttons tied, snapped on any shirt this morning. So, unless I'm just turning into a toad, one or the other, I don't know. So, anyway, we're here today to hear cases in which the city has alleged violations of the codes and ordinances of the city. These are quasi-judicial proceedings, which means I am acting somewhat like a judge. The city is the complainant, the petitioner, however you want to frame that, and has alleged a violation of various codes against various property owners. Some of you have heard this before, and I apologize for that. The city presents its evidence. The respondent, property owner, has the ability to cross-examine the city's witnesses as they appear and testify. And then at the end of the city's case, the respondent, property owner, has the right to present his or her case. And the city also has the right to cross-examine the witnesses for the property owner respondent. At the end of the proceeding, I'll evaluate the evidence, evaluate how it relates to the codes, and make a finding of violation or no violation, and assess a fine if there's a violation found. All testimony today is given under oath, and Ms. Crawford, do you think anything I missed?
No, sir.
Okay, that being said, anybody who plans on testifying today, would you please stand up and raise your right hand, and I will swear you in. Let's start here. Would you state your name, please? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Danielle Crawford.
Yes, sir.
Mayor Keith Capizzi.
Yes.
Carol Willis.
Yes, sir, in the back.
Jay Costello.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony about the given matters not here, but the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Oh. We'll take care of that later on. That being said, so as administrative matters been taken, let me just take care of one more administrative matter, and that is the approval of the corrected minutes of the July 9th, 2025 meeting, the October 8th, 2025 meeting, and the November 13th, 2025 meeting. So I've read those and have signed them, and they are now approved, which will make the Attorney General of the state of Florida happy. All right, the first case before us today is a request for rehearing, case number 25-54. The respondent is Coconut Cove Yacht Club, Inc., and is it Mr. Beadzill?
He's not here. I'm James Stadler.
Okay, you're familiar with?
Yes, I'm familiar with
Okay,
Mr. James.
and what's your relationship to the corporation?
I own the marine and restaurant, and I've been leasing the parking lot.
You're the
AJ Benzo.
You're the lessee?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the city's view? The lessee is not the property owner.
Correct. But we're okay with Mr. James Stadler requesting the rehearing.
Okay, because he didn't. It was somebody else.
Correct. Yeah, it was AJ.
Yeah, it
Mr.
was actually
Benzo.
the property owner requested the rehearing. I don't know what has the property owner consented to this? Do you know?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Palmer says you.
Yes, he can speak for Mr.
And that's what the property owner has said. Okay. Then let's hear the property owner's request for rehearing first.
Okay.
And it's the burden's on the property owner, the respondent, the person who's been found in violation to assert why there should be a rehearing of the case. and then the city will get to argue. Well, first of all, let me ask you that. Do you consent to a rehearing?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
So you want to present the case over again?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Then what I'm going to do, okay, let's reverse. The city consents to the motion for rehearing. I'm going to grant the motion for rehearing. And now let's rehear the case, and the city presents its evidence first, just like in the beginning.
I didn't believe that we were prepared to rehear the case today. I thought we were just asking for the rehearing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's true. I thought
Okay.
the city's not ready to present a case again today.
No, we were hoping to present the case in February, and
Okay.
Mr. AJ Bedazzle would be available at that time.
That's what I thought
Okay.
to begin with, but, okay, the motion for rehearing by consent of the city has been granted. The case won't be reheard now. It'll be reheard on the February, what date is it? February we're gonna meet?
I believe it's February 11th.
February 11th, it'll be heard on February 11th. I don't have to swear you in today, and you don't have to do anything today. But there will be a hearing on February 11th, rehearing this case that, again, that was redundant, but rehearing the case. Okay. Okay, the next case is a Massey hearing involving case number 25-46. The property owner is Mary Goldcamp, and there was a prior order entered in this case. And Ms. Crawford, would you like to proceed?
Yes, I would like to present the PowerPoint into evidence for this case.
Okay.
As stated, this is case 25-46. The respondent is Mary Goldcamp. She is the owner of 1350 South Atlantic Avenue. Parcel and legal description as shown on the screen.
Just so you'll know,
Yes.
not that I can look at another screen, just so you'll know, the middle screen isn't on. Is that me or is that a flaw? That's the only reason.
Is the power light on? It's on right this power light.
Oh. Ah,
Help is on its way.
Thank you, Tristan.
there you go.
Okay.
Okay, I just needed to turn it on. Okay.
Okay.
Ah, there we are.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, so parcel and legal description as shown on the screen. This is an eagle view of the property from property appraiser. And a brief synopsis of the case. On May 14th, 2025, you found the respondent's property to be in unsafe condition and in violation of the following codes: permits required, inspections, Section 10-22 enumerated conditions, Section 302.1 sanitation, 304.5 foundation walls, 304.6 exterior walls, and 309.1 infestation. The respondent was ordered to achieve compliance immediately or within 24 hours after the orders were posted. A fine of $250 for each day of noncompliance was issued. On May 19th, 2025, the orders were mailed via certified mail. On May 27th, 2025, the orders were posted to property. On June 18th, 2025, the orders were picked up from USPS. On August 9th, 2025, the chief building official red tag property unsafe again as the previous red tag had fell off. On November 5th, 2025, I met with the respondent on the property and told her she should not be living on the property. It was deemed unsafe occupation. She denied living on the property, however, she also denied property being unsafe. On November 10th, 2025, I met with the respondent at the property and reminded her that she should not be living on the property as it was deemed unsafe. On November 25th, 2025, the Cocoa Beach PD, community paramedic, and code enforcement met with the respondent on her property to ask her to leave the property voluntarily. The respondent declined alternative living solutions and refused to leave the property. On January 8th, 2026, the notice of Massey hearing was mailed via certified mail and posted to property. And above, we'll go through some images of the property after May hearing. So this is July 1st. We've got trash and debris, the dilapidated garage, exterior walls, dilapidated exterior walls. The dilapidated walls, and that's also where the bee infestation is. More dilapidated walls and debris on the front porch, blocking safe means of egress. This is a small view of the back of the property. This is the August 19th unsafe posting. And this is November 25th, 2025. Even more trash and debris has been placed on the property. The backyard, the side yard. This is the front yard and the entryway into the home. This is the left side of the property where we believe the respondent has been living.
Inside the house?
Yes, inside.
That's her means of ingress, egress?
Yes, right in front of the refrigerator. There's a door. I couldn't get a great picture of it because I didn't want to trespass. The yard, this is the following day on November 26th. There is a close picture of the dilapidated wall. And these are dead rats. And then,
Is there skull cap here?
I don't believe so.
Ms. Ossery, would you please go and call the halls?
She is not out there.
All right, thank you. Ms. Oxstreeter, having called halls and I having called the respondent to appear and there being no response, I will find that the property continues to be in violation as alleged by the city. And I just tried to pull my order up and my computer went dead. I had 250 a day.
Yes.
So it's continuing to run at 250 a day.
Yes, and we would
So-
we would like that to start on the day, May 27th, 2025.
So what did the order say about, in terms of a fine at that time?
The orders state that $250 a day until compliance was achieved,
Yeah,
immediately or from the time
Right.
that orders were posted.
And the order was,
Yes, it was posted to property on May 27th.
okay. Then we'll grant the relief that the city's requested and under the precedent of the Massey case, the city has proven that on the date of compliance, the property continues to be in violation, and that the fine of $250 a day continues to be warranted. And I don't know that, like I said, I was trying to pull my order up again. I read it the other day. Did I specifically found it to be unsafe, right?
Yes, yes.
Did we specifically find it to be a fire hazard too? Is that, there's a lot of fuel on that property. I mean,
Right.
I mean, I'm not a fire expert, but
Yeah, I know that we found her in violation of safe means of egress.
yeah, I remember that, yeah.
But,
Because that is, it's not just her egress,
right,
it's the public safety personnel. They're in danger of going
Right.
in there like that. So that'll be the order, and I am going to add a finding that I believe that the prior findings are continue to be in effect, and that the property, unless the city objects, that the property represents a fire hazard to the public
Yes,
and public safety personnel.
yes.
All right, that'll be the order. Just since I didn't mention, but we, in my introductory remarks, we're obviously in sunshine, and although we're not a public hearing per se, because we call witnesses, the public is obviously invited. And I know you put it on YouTube because I've had to watch the YouTubes myself, as disgusting as my appearance is, to hear what I've said before and make sure I remember the results correctly. But since there may be somebody out there listening who would be interested in what the city does and how it handles matters such as this, what is the city's likely actions once you have a person living in an unsafe structure and it's a hazard? Do you have a demolition condemnation process, or is there anything you're going to proceed with?
We do, but I believe we have to formally evict the resident through county court, so it'll be taken over by our city attorney.
Okay. But the
And
point
then-
is, the city's just not leaving it there saying,
No.
well, there's a person apparently living in an unsafe structure and
Correct.
they're going to pay us $250 a day. That's not where it's at.
No.
The city is taking action to keep the occupants safe and public safety personnel safe,
Yes.
and people living proximate to the property safe. Because
Yes.
if a fire occurs there, there's some stuff that could be acrid if it burns. Okay. The next case is case number 25-193.
This case come into compliance and it doesn't need to
Oh, it's
be
in
heard.
compliance? Good.
Yep,
That's the goal, isn't it?
yes.
Okay, the case, how about 25-271?
This one does need to be heard.
Okay, case number 25-271. The property owner is Alia Place LLC. The registered agent is Joseph P. Aldikoff. And the city may proceed. Is the property owner here? Here's not here. You may proceed.
So this is an aerial view from property appraiser. This is a large apartment complex off of South Atlantic. A brief case synopsis. On November 13th, 2025, you found the respondent in violation of the following codes: permits, section 105.1, inspections, 110.1, section 506, sanitary drainage system, 304, exterior structure, section 304.1, stairways, porches, and balconies, 302, exterior property areas. Due to the immediate safety concerns of the dilapidated staircases, the respondent was ordered to attain compliance on or before November 15th, 2025 by blocking access to the staircases or obtaining valid permits and correcting the conditions of the staircases. Other violations were also ordered to be corrected, including the sewer pipe repair and parking lot restoration. On November 14th, 2025, I mailed the orders via certified mail and posted the orders to property. On November 15th, 2025, I inspected the property and observed some staircases with access blocked off. However, many dilapidated staircases were not blocked off. On November 17th, 2025, I emailed the registered agent and requested that the remaining dilapidated staircases be blocked off. I attached an eagle view image of the property and marked the most egregious staircases with a red X. I also expressed my concern for the way some staircases were blocked off, as only caution tape and small pieces of wood were used. I didn't feel as if that was safe enough to prevent people from using the staircases. On November 19th, 2025, I completed a reinspection of the property and the remaining dilapidated staircases were blocked off. On December 5th, 2025, I observed the staircase blockades were removed and the holes and cracks in the stairs were patched. I emailed the registered agent that the staircases needed to remain blocked or permits needed to be pulled. On January 7th, 2026, the revised notice of massey hearing was posted to property. On January 12th, 2026, I met with maintenance to locate the broken pipe. The pipe was no longer visible. Additionally, the holes in the dilapidated parking lot were filled with rocks. As of January 20, 2026, no permits have been obtained for the staircase repairs. Access to the stairs has not been blocked off. The sewer pipe has not been located for reinspection, and the parking lot is still in dilapidated condition despite the holes being filled by rocks. So now we're going to go through some images from my inspection on November 15th. This is caution tape. And these are examples of staircases that aren't blocked off, and then, in my opinion, they should have been blocked off. Not blocked off. This is the aerial overview with the red X's where I requested the additional staircases be blocked off. So this is my reinspection on November 19th, 2025. Additional wood planks have been added. I noticed driving past the property on December 5th that all of the blockades that were previously there had been removed. So these are pictures, again.
But the stairs have not been,
No permits have been pulled, and then you'll notice in this picture, for example, it's been patched with like a dark gray substance. I can't say what it is. So this is, they made some patches and then they took off the blockades.
without coordination with the city?
Correct.
I mean, obviously, there wasn't any permits applied for, so.
Yeah.
But there was no other
No,
non-permit oriented communication.
correct. And again, these are just pictures. As of January 7th, there are no blockades.
So the other repairs, rocks in the pavement, and that's satisfactory?
So this is a picture of smoke coming out of the sewer pipe below the AC unit. This is when the city completed a smoke test last January. And this is an image of the exact same location. Things have been moved around and the pipe can no longer be located. And additionally, even more work has been completed without permits.
So they did something, we just don't know what it was, and it wasn't permitted, whatever it was.
Correct. Yeah. I followed up with the owner and maintenance, and they can't tell me what was completed and where the pipe is, which is confusing.
Okay. What about the pavement?
It looks like I got to include the
That's
pictures
okay,
of
but
my
is
parking lot.
putting rocks in to fill in unpaved parking lot, is putting rocks to maintain an otherwise paved parking lot acceptable when you need to have a paved parking lot? Okay. So really they haven't done anything.
Correct. Nothing.
I mean, they've done stuff, but you don't know what it is, and whatever it was done was inadequate.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. And you want the PowerPoint introduced, right?
I do, thank you.
And you did not, it's submitted as evidence as it is on the prior case, which 25-46, which
Yes.
the respondent wasn't here to object anyway. Okay. I'm going to find that all violations have continued to exist. And what was the fine in that?
The order stated that $250 a day would be imposed.
As of the date of required for compliance?
Yes.
Once again, I lost it off my screen, so that'll stay into effect also.
Okay.
But these units are occupied and people are
Yes.
traversing the stairs and all that?
Yes, all occupied.
Okay. All right, well, that'll be the order.
Okay.
This was a Massey hearing. The respondent did not come into compliance as ordered in the prior order, and the fine will stay in effect.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, the next case is a citation, case number 752. The respondent is Lavat Olson. Have I got that right? Lavat Olson, Vanessa Boy, and Jan Segedi, that's the property owner?
Yes,
I got
Vanessa
that.
requested to contest the citation. However, she is not present.
Okay. Then you may proceed. After we call halls. I'm sorry. That's an age-old practice, which is good to do. We could make record very clear that we went and looked for the respondent. The city did. In the old days, like Abraham Lincoln times, they used to call the halls to go find the attorneys, and bring them into court because they were wandering around all the time looking for clients. All right. Daniel Crawford has called the halls, and the respondent has not responded, so you may proceed.
Mr. Groot?
Yes.
The city would just like to, since she is not here she wanted to contest the citation due to the fact that she's not here to contest the citation. The city would just like the citation to stand.
Well, it will. Explain the citation again.
For civic misleading advertisement. And
And so under the citation, it's like a traffic ticket.
yes,
So they're cited for a violation, and the violation carries with it a fine, right?
yes,
Unless the person exercises their due process rights to contest the citation,
yes,
okay? And this property owner contested the citation and then chose, for whatever reason, not to appear at the hearing at which the citation was contested. The only question that remains is it the city's position that you have an opportunity to contest the citation, have a hearing scheduled, and that you don't appear, that the citation stands and there's no opportunity to be heard again?
correct.
Okay. Just for the record, then, that is the position of the city. Makes a lot of sense to me that if a respondent or a cited person or entity contest the citation and they do not appear at the hearing which they initiated, and they have the right to have due process, then when the citation stands, as a result of non-appearance, it stands, and there is no opportunity to be heard again. The opportunity was the time that it was scheduled. Absent the city finding out that a person went into labor, was in the emergency room, or something of that nature. You would agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then that citation will stand. Is there anything further to be brought before the special magistrate today?
No, sir.
All right, thank you all for attending. We're adjourned.